It's a boy. Hey guys, welcome to Eric's Barbecue and More. Today, we're doing a brisket. Pound brisket that is pretty much trimmed up. We'll see when I open it up what we have to do with this guy. It's gonna be a long day, but it's gonna be a fun one. Doing this Texas style, so we're just going to do some pepper and salt. Alright, today we're also going to do some pork butt, pork shoulder. I've got a couple of these. They're about 7 pounds a piece. They look so small compared to that beautiful brisket. 20 pounds, 6 pounds and a half, 6 pounds and a half. Today I'm going to be using a new rub, one of my subscribers, Chip Spurlock, sent to me. Thanks again, buddy. I really appreciate it. We'll see how this tastes, but it's the butt rub, and actually I did see where you can buy this at Academy. So he actually went to Georgia for work and bought it, but I really appreciate it. I'm going to give it a try. I'll let you know how it tastes, but I'm looking forward to it. Alright, so we are just going to let the brisket sit at room temperature for about an hour while the pit gets warmed up. I'll put the brisket on, I'll put the pork shoulders on, and we will be tending fire for about, I don't know, 10-12 hours. We'll see. It's very conservative as far as allowing you to spread an even coat of rub on your pork without using half the bottle. I did 2 shoulders, and I only used that much, but I felt like I got really good coverage. So I would think if this is really good stuff, which Chip told me it was, I'll be. Alright, it's 10 a.m. and the brisket's on and the pork is on. It's more meat than I've ever had in this cooker. I put the pork on top of the brisket on the upper shelf, and it's just barely got any room above it. So I may end up moving the pork back down in front of the brisket. We'll see. You know, it's barbecue. So I'll probably check on it in about 5 or 6 hours, I'm thinking, and then see what the pork's doing, and may end up wrapping the pork and throwing it in the oven. I don't know yet. We'll see. I might cook it all day with the brisket, but. We had a brisket on exactly 6 hours. It's 4 o'clock. Put it on at 10 o'clock this morning. So we're going to open her up. I have been spritzing every now and then. I think I'm going to pull the pork off, and then we're going to pull the brisket. We're going to see what the temp is on the brisket, and then see if we decide. Probably going to wrap it at this point. So let's see how it looks. Oh yeah. So our brisket is a nice marble color. I don't know if it's showing up like marbly on that screen, but let's just see what our temp is. So I got 154 there, 159 there. Color-wise, it's looking perfect, so I think I'm going to pull it because of that, and not temp. So I think that's what we'll do. Put these in the oven and butcher paper this and go from there. Alright, so we got the brisket off of the smoker, and now we're going to wrap her up.
Looks like somebody's liver. Oh shit.
So we have butcher wrapped the brisket, and we have it back on the smoker. Now that we have the smoker wrapped with the butcher paper, we don't have to worry as much about the fire being clean. So I can start loading things from the end versus coming in at the top, opening it up, getting a flame going and established, and then closing it down, and that way I limit the amount of dirty smoke that I have. So with it wrapped with butcher paper, you don't have to worry as much about that. You actually don't have to worry at all about that. So I'm going to be focusing more on the internal temp being between 250 and 275. I'm not going to let it drop down to 220 now. I'm going to try to not speed things up, but just get things hot and get it going. It is now 4 o'clock, and I'll bet you I'm here till midnight or maybe later. This is a 20-pound brisket, so I think I might have bitten off as much as anyone could chew on as far as briskets go, especially my first. We'll see. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. All right, it's 11:26. We started it at 10 a.m. That's 13 hours and 26 minutes. And we've hit 203 degrees internal temp. And I'm gonna check other areas and see if we're over everywhere.
Well, that's 196. 203. 207. 212. 206.
That must have just been a freaky spot. 200. I'd say we're good. 207. Yeah, it is sliding in there nice. My first brisket, I don't know. Seems good. I might have done too far. We'll see. I don't know. It's a very stressful situation. Stay tuned. Are you recording?
Oh yeah. Well, I don't think I'm gonna open it.
Alright, it's the next day. I'm going to recap a little bit of what we did today, or I should say yesterday. We cooked a 20-pound brisket. It was my first one, and it turned out amazing. I mean, the color, the flavor, the moisture. I had 16 guys that showed up this weekend. We played golf, came back, ate brisket, ate the pork shoulder, and drank bourbon, lots of bourbon, and we had a really good time. I had a couple people tell me that was the best brisket they've had. So, and one guy was even from Texas, and he liked it. So, pretty happy with the results. I want to thank SDSBBQ for helping me out on how to reheat a brisket. I'll probably put a link to that video because I cooked the brisket on Friday, served it on Saturday, and then now today is Sunday. Today's the Masters. Tiger Woods just won his I think 5th green jacket. That was pretty fun to watch. I'm just cleaning up the place and getting ready for work tomorrow. So anyway, I really appreciate all of my viewers. I've got a lot of family on here, a lot of friends, and then I've got people that I've just met along the way. I really appreciate you guys hitting that subscribe button, hitting that like button, and giving me a comment, whether good, bad, or indifferent. I'd love to hear your suggestions on how I could do something different. I didn't get a video of us eating the brisket. I think I have a video of me cutting it. That was the first time I've cut a brisket too. So please don't be don't be hating on how I did that. I did watch SDSBBQ on how to cut up a brisket. I really appreciate that. If I hadn't watched him do that, he's a master at it. And I hope to someday be one too. My first brisket was a 20-pounder. I think that was probably a lot to take on for the first time, but 13-hour cook all day on Friday, but I planned on that, so it was a lot of fun, guys. I highly recommend if you're gonna cook a piece of meat, don't make brisket your first meat, a smoke, but definitely make it one of your top 6. Do a shoulder, do chicken, do turkey, do all those other meats, and then do a brisket. Brisket is expensive, but man, it really is good. So again, thanks a lot. I appreciate everyone. Like, subscribe, and you guys have a great day and keep smoking.